these are just medium-sized shrimp, and they've already been peeled and deveined. So we want to season this first. So for it, we want to add, why don't you put in a little bit of the garlic, powdered garlic. Now, why am I using powdered garlic? I very rarely use powdered garlic. This will stick to the shrimp. So why don't you mix that? And then we want to add a little bit of salt. So we want to just get them coated.
Now, do you keep the tails on for a specific reason?
I just think it looks nicer,
okay.
But you can take them off. So a little salt, and then you want some black pepper. A few hot red pepper flakes. Remember,
I might like a lot.
You like a lot. Okay, well then, alrighty, good. Okay, that looks good. Now mix that all around. And we just let these shrimp sit aside while we make the fregola, we cook the fregola, and we make the sauce for this dish. It has different colors, right? It's not all the same color. Some are darker than the others. That's because once these little grains are made from the semolina and water, they're rubbed into these little grains, they're dried, and then they're toasted. Mm-hmm. And that's why they have this different color variation. So, but that just adds to the appeal of it. So get this in a pot,
okay.
Bring it to a boil, we're going to add the fregola, put the heat down to medium-high, and we're going to let that cook until the fregola is tender. We still want it to be chewy. It is a chewy type of pasta. So you'll know that it's right by tasting it. I can never really give a total time element here because everybody likes their pasta cooked a little differently. We really want this to be al dente. All right, so here, Mary Ellen, we have some diced zucchini, and you really want to use nice fresh zucchini. So, you know, I always try to use the smallest ones I can find because they have less seeds and less water. Mm-hmm. So if you go to the store, or if you're getting this out of your garden, you want to get them when they're small because, you know, you have to sleep in the garden overnight because otherwise they become baseball bats. Mm-hmm. So we've got about 4 cups of the diced zucchini. And then to flavor this even more, we've got some tomatoes in olive oil. So these are dried tomatoes in olive oil. Now, I usually make my own. And if you go on the Ciao Italia website, you can find the recipe for making tomatoes, dried tomatoes in olive oil. And then you have them, you know, during the winter months. And this gives a really nice bumped up flavor. And then of course we need some onions, and we have some parsley here. So those are going to be the ingredients that go with our shrimp. So we have to cook this first in a little olive oil, and then we'll add the shrimp because the shrimp aren't going to take very long at all. All right, so we started here in the pan with about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. We've got 1 onion that's minced, and we just want to let the onion cook down a little bit. So once it's soft like that, then we can add in our zucchini. This is a real simple dish. Mm-hmm. It's going to be nice with the fregola and with the shrimp. So in go the zucchini, and now we have to let this cook down a little bit. So if you see that the pan is somewhat dry, because this is what cooking is all about, right? Mm-hmm. Using your head, you just add it as you go. Just add it as you go. This is, I'm using extra virgin olive oil because extra virgin olive oil, yes, can be used in cooking. You don't want to deep fry with it, but if you're doing like a saute like this, it's perfectly fine to use. So we're going to let this go now until those zucchini wilt down. All right, so now you can see that the zucchini has cooked down, right, Miriam?
Yes, it looks great.
So we're going to add now these tomatoes. Remember, these are the tomatoes in olive oil. And that just adds another level of taste, but also color. It's very pretty looking. And then we're going to want those shrimp. So now they can go right on top. Spread them out. The shrimp don't take very long to cook.
It smells delicious.
As soon as they turn pink, they're done. So I'm going to spread them out a little bit in the pan, just like that. And now we're going to give them that lemon juice right over the top. Cover. And in about 3 minutes, this is going to be ready to serve with the fregola.